Hello again, people. Right, I've just got back to my machine after about a 3-hour break, and I came back. First thing I looked at was the currency strength indicator, and this is take 2 of this video because I was looking at this and it didn't look right, but it's showing right for what I wanted it to. But I've never seen, or you don't often see it with 2 red, 2 blue in that configuration. So I actually had to stop the video and see what was going on. And it's right, it's like that. So I got back, pound was strongest, Swissy was weakest. We're well into a H4 candle, because I always want to be making sure I'm not close to the end of a candle or a new candle. If I had been, I would be looking for shorts. If, let's say, this was just about to turn over for a 4-hour candle, I would have been looking for a retracement on the candle. But we're well into a new candle now, 1 hour, over an hour and 10 minutes into the new 4-hour candle or bar. So quick assessment of this chart, because literally I've only been back 20 minutes, 30 minutes now, and I could see we were banging into old resistance, support pretending or potentially becoming resistance. Draw a few lines on there. We were approaching a flip zone, this here. That's why that line there is on there. Just delete it and put it on again. This is an area of old supply. Sellers came into the market. So as such, when I was looking at it, when my price was below it, just below the low of that, the high of that candle there, I could see there was potential for a possible trade. There's also a round number, if we look at the 15-minute, above where I entered. We also had the last hourly candle just broke above or closed above the previous hour, so the RSI was good to go for the long trade, as you can see. And lo and behold, I took 5 or 6 pips out of that. In fact, it was more. Let's have a look. GB Chuff 38 to 45, 7 pips, 45.7. So 38.2. It was over that. It was nearly 8 pips. And as you can see now, it's banging into that daily low. Old support being tested. I'll knock that off as well, and we'll find that daily low. Over here. Old support being tested as new resistance. You know, that's what I talk about all the time. Tests and retests. We've also got these couple of resistance levels above us as well. No surprises that they also came back to this level. And you quite often hear about 3 tests. The 3rd test is the one that breaks it. So that's test 1, test 2, and then potentially we are testing as test 3. So those 2 there as well. Critically, the H4 had confirmed up, although that didn't really play into my trading. I could see it had automatically when it came back to it. Double check this. That's the lowest low, high, low, lower high, lower low. So, you know, ideally you do it the other way round, 3 candle reversals, check this. But for speed, check this, and I could clearly see we were in a massive uptrend anyway in terms of candlesticks. This is the swing trend: low, high, higher low, higher high. I know it didn't technically break that high until over here, but if you look at the line chart, which I know now off by heart, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, I can see clearly we're in an uptrend. I like to draw trend lines on line charts occasionally as well, because I believe this is more of the closes. I'm led to believe it's the closes of the candles which are more important than the spikes. except when you're trading to these levels of supply and resistance, support and resistance on higher time frames, because the extremes of the candles obviously are important to my method. On H1 we've clearly confirmed up as well, high, low, lower, high, lower, low. So everything had happened way before I considered entering this trade. It was all about this, it was all about this, and then it was all about finding where the price might stall. And as you can see, it did stall on that flip zone to the pip almost. Then it went up and pierced the half round number, and then it's gone up and tested this resistance level up here, the daily high, and as you can see, the resistance level doesn't have the importance or significance of the old low. Old support tested as new resistance. Tests and retests, guys, remember that. So, you know, not many people will tell you about this, not many people have noticed it, but you only have to look at this chart to see the significance. It's shot through that resistance level like a knife through butter and stopped at the support level, old support from 4th of May, whereas this resistance was just the 26th of May, and it's still continuing up. Now the important thing about this also now is that this is going to potentially give us a massive chance for a reversal. All we have to do now is watch this. We can clear this down, and we can start to build a plan on how to attack this to the downside. Okay, we've got an old resistance level, this thing here, to be tested as support. We've got all these candlestick levels now, so we can start on the H4 even and say, right, the low of that H4 has got to be broken before we can consider going any further. So that's a brilliant area to potentially test the downside. We've got the high that might cause a problem when we reverse, so make sure you're not entering a trade right into that high. Then on the lower time frames, again, you can start to say, right, this H1 low will cause a problem, but also can be a potential turning point, a break and close below it, with the RSI histo agreeing. Then we can pop down to we've also got this flip zone over here that represents a potential break-in, an area to break. Remember, I'm a scalper, always a scalper. Look how it's going up to test that R, whatever it is, R2 there as well. You know, what have we got? M30, not a lot on there. We're going to have a small problem possibly there. M15, we know we've got to come and close through that 15 level there. M5, if we're going to come down to these levels, we know we've got to close below that M5 level. I'm doing this quickly because the video doesn't, if it gets too long, and you know, all of these move up as we break the highs. So this M5, the last one I've drawn on here, if this high gets broken of this candle, we delete that one and put a new one on that one, because this is the penultimate low. Same goes for all the other time frames. As the price moves up, we change these levels. They are dynamic, okay, because the most important part is the reversal to the reversal, the actual trend reversal. The high, the low, lower high, lower low, close through, pull back, continuation to the next valid level. But these are fluid, you keep changing them. Okay, so I'm going to close this video down now, and I think I might do a part 2. Okay, thanks for watching, have a great day.